Hi everyone, Happy New Year, Happy 2022. We are in another year already. I'm wishing you all the best in everything you love to do in this coming year with good health, happiness, and love. So we are kicking off this new year with a new moon. So I'm here to do our weekly astrology planetary energy forecast, and it will follow by a follow-up with a tarot card reading for the collective. So this week we have our first lumination new moon in Capricorn. So for me it signified something about old and new, because we always end a year with Capricorn season, and then we also start another new year with Capricorn season. It is a time that we actually slow down, to get grounded, to go within, to take a look back and see how far we've come, and so that we can integrate what we want to do, continue to do, or start in this coming year. So it's a really earthy energy, but also at the same time, I feel like we do not need to rush it at the same time. So let's talk about this new moon in Capricorn. It's happening Hong Kong time, Monday on the 3rd, 1:33 a.m. So it's like super late Sunday night. So, and it's on the 2nd in Eastern time, 1:33 p.m. So just the time according to where you are. So let's talk about this new moon. The ruler of Capricorn, Saturn, right now is in Aquarius. So it just had a square with Uranus a few days ago, and that was our third and final Saturn-Uranus square that we have in 2021. The energy is still in the background, so this energy is about the old and new, because Saturn rules things that are structure, that might be our tradition, our existing system that's been here for a while already. Uranus is this planet of sudden change, of new innovation. So the two of them having a square can means that knowing and honoring the traditions, what we have, but also knowing that it is time for new, to make space for the new coming in. I feel like we can see this happen in as a collective. Maybe it's in our government system, or this different system that we have been having for so long. Maybe it's the educational system, so on and so forth. And as individual, you can see that energy play out as to maybe this is the time where you're really, looking back, see how far you've come. And maybe there are things that you have been doing on your daily basis, on a daily routine, and you see the need to make a change, to maybe it is time to create a new habit. It is a time to kick that old habit away. It's no longer serving you. So it can play out like that too. And also Capricorn is about not rushing, but taking the time, being patient, to know how to take constructual steps in order to reach your goal. So it can be us knowing there's a need of change, and now it is the time to implement those tangible steps we need to reach our goal and to do that change. And Saturn also often refer to the father energy, the more traditional figure and energy that we have in our life. And when I think of it, I feel like there's another interpretation which is just my own. But when I think of that, I also want to think about the inner parenting that we have for ourselves. I mean, not everyone grow up in an environment where they have any authoritative figures or elder figures or parent figures that help them or educate them or teach them how to navigate through lives. Or they did, but our society continue to change, our belief system, everything in life change and move forward as we go, as we grow older. And we might have to unlearn certain things that our parents or parent figures taught us when we were younger, and to relearn or learn something new in order to parent ourselves better as we grow older. And it is very natural. I'm not saying this in disrespecting any of our parents or parent figures, but I just feel like as we grow older, it is very important to maintain and have this healthy and balanced inner parenting relationship with ourselves. How are we taking care of ourselves, our belief system, our beliefs, how we value different things and relationships in life, our relationship with money or with the society overall. It is very important and to do regular checkups and check-ins with our own inner parenting system in order to see if there's any change or adjustment needed, so that it will help us to navigate our journey in life as we move forward as well. So I feel like this new moon in Capricorn is also bringing that energy in as we taking a step back to see how far we have come and to see what change and adjustment is needed as we move into the new year. It is also a time to take a look at our inner parenting. How are we doing? Is there any change and adjustment needed? And this new moon in Capricorn is also having a beautiful trine with Uranus. So not exactly same as the Saturn-Uranus square that I was just talking about just now, but this beautiful trine that this new moon is having is giving us an opportunity to bring in some energy of new innovation, maybe it can be a sudden change, aha moment of wanting some changes, or is inviting us to take a risk of something new, something different. Maybe there's something that you have been wanting to start, change, or do, and that energy was brewing in the background in 2021, but you haven't really started taking any tangible steps towards it yet. And now is the time. The new moon in Capricorn sort of give you that space, inviting you to implement that change into your life. And it can be something that's familiar, a change to your daily routine, something that you do on a daily basis. And sometimes it is hard for us to implement that kind of change because at times we do hold on to those daily routine because it's familiar, is giving us a sense of comfort and home. Is something that we've been sticking to for a long time. And change can be scary for some people sometimes, and it's very understandable. But this new moon is giving us that energy that we can do it. And if we feel that need of change, well, there's no time to waste anymore. It is time to really go for that change that you want, to switch up your routines, to pick up a new habit, or to kick away an old one. And this energy from this new moon is encouraging that. And it is hard. I know that sometimes I've experienced that too. It is hard to get out of your comfort zone. The in-between time can be scary because we're letting go of an habit or a routine or whatever it is in your life, and we're trying this new thing. We're making this change. We don't know if it works. We don't know how it will play out. But sometimes it is that in-between time, that unknown, that's where the magic happens. So let it happen and see what it will bring, right? And with Uranus in Taurus right now, and with this new moon and all other planets are in Capricorn right now, they're both earth sign. It can be something that we really want to manifest into reality, into our 3D world, and we feel the need and want to do that change. And for some people it can be something very tangible, very Capricorny. It can be something related to your work, your business, your venture, creative projects that you're wanting to start. There might be a sudden shift or change in that area as well. It might bring in a new opportunity, new insight, new idea, possibility, and so forth as well with this new moon in Capricorn. So overall, I think it's a really beautiful new moon that we will experience. So really use that energy to your benefit. And during that new moon, we're still in Venus retrograde, and I feel like the two energy plays out really nice together because like I mentioned before in the Venus retrograde video, you can check it out again if you want to. It is about re-evaluating, thinking, reprioritizing, having a look, having a check-in to all our close personal relationships, our one-on-one relationship with people in our life, and things that we value and things that we love doing, that makes us happy, that bring us joy, and our relationship with money. And Venus retrograde in Capricorn is asking us to reflect on those, right? To see if any of those need changes, need more work, and so on and so forth. And this new moon in Capricorn bring in that feeling, that energy of positivity. Like we have been doing that work, and now maybe we know the direction we want to head towards as well. So I think this energy comes in a good time too. And around this time, just a quick mention as well, Pisces, Jupiter already entered Pisces, and so that energy is a very positive, expansive energy as well. And that energy will also help us to trust ourselves more, to listen to our intuition more as to how we want to navigate all these changes we might want in our life as well. So this week we kickstart this week with the new moon in Capricorn, and I'm wishing you all a happy new moon. And it is time to chase those dreams, to start taking those tangible steps into the goals that you want to achieve in this coming year. Oh, well, this year. And on Sunday, January 9th, we have another beautiful energy, planetary energy as well. On Sunday the 9th, early in the morning, 8:47 a.m. to be exact in Hong Kong time, and it will be on the 8th, 7:47 p.m. Eastern time, so adjust the time according to where you are again. We have a Venus Cassini. So what is a Cassini? It is when the planet and the sun are aligning together. So a Venus is traveling right now, retrograding in Capricorn right now, and it will be right at the center of the sun. So Venus, the planet, will experience a rebirth during that time. And that is a very beautiful energy because it is another major aspect for our Venus retrograde journey in Capricorn. So what happened is that I feel like when that happened, we might feel a sense of more clarity into our Venus retrograde journey, because we have, like I mentioned before, we have been maybe thinking and reprioritizing, shuffling our priorities, and we're doing a self-reflection, a check-in, to reflect on all the relationships in our lives, and like I said, all the Venus rule things. And we have been doing that since December 19. And we had also 2 Pluto-Venus conjunction already, which brought us more clarity as to what we need to work on. Maybe we're rethinking certain relationship in our life, certain things, habit that we value, that bring us joys. Are they still doing the same thing, or is it time to put more effort in it, or is it time to actually remove what's no longer serving us? So this Venus Cassini coming in, bringing in that light for us, it might also bring in more clarity to what we're working on. So it's a beautiful energy. If you've been doing the work, you might feel like you gain a sense of clarity during that time. You start to see things clearer as to how you want to navigate all those changes you want regarding to everything that's ruled by Venus. So I feel like it is a very beautiful energy, because it's been a while since we're having this Venus retrograde journey, and it's not the end yet. So, but I feel like things might start to pick up, or you might feel a sense of inner clarity as to how you see all these things and evaluate all these things in your life. So it's a beautiful energy. And also, just to mention back that Mercury just enter Aquarius on Sunday afternoon, which is just now, because I'm recording this video Sunday afternoon, late afternoon. So Mercury in Aquarius will bring us a different energy regarding to the way we communicate, we think, and our thoughts. So Venus. So Mercury in Aquarius can bring up some communication, thoughts, or conversation about innovative technology, things that Aquarius rule, right? So it can also be a community and the bigger picture, the whole society as a whole, and topics regarding to humanity and technology, internet. We might see chatters on internet being more active, and Mercury in Aquarius is also a little bit more unconventional, a bit more future forward thinking, and so a little bit more progressive. So our topic can be leaning towards those energy as well. And as I say, every sign has their light and shadows side. So the downside is that Mercury in Aquarius sometimes can make us feel a little bit less sensitive when we communicate our thoughts. So we need to watch out for that. And sometimes we might because Aquarius is a fixed air sign, so they can be quite fixated on the way they think and their thoughts and belief, And when they're communicating that, they might tend to force their opinions or ideas onto another person, which can be a little bit hard to digest sometimes. So we need to be aware of that too during this time. So be gentle with your words, be kind. Why? Because we are going to have our first Mercury retrograde very soon. So Mercury will retrograde in Aquarius on January 14. So that's why I mentioned be kind, be aware of your words, what you say, also on the internet, because it might come back to bite you during the Mercury retrograde. So Mercury in Aquarius is gonna be a little while. So that's why I want to mention about it too. I probably will mention about it again when we're closer to that transit. Also, Mercury retrograding in Aquarius will be going hand in hand with that Venus retrograding in Capricorn that we're experiencing. So that energy can be quite personal because they're all personal planets. So I'll continue and share more as we get closer to that as well. So that's about it for our planetary energy forecast for this week. So now we'll move on to the collective reading. Hi, so now let's do the tarot reading for the collective. All the cards have been meditated and shuffled already. So remember, this is a general reading. It will not resonate to every single one of us. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a private reading, please feel free to email me, message me, and follow me on Instagram. All the links are in the description box. I hope to connect with you over there as well. So you can feel free to come back after the weekends to see if more messages resonate with you. So let's begin. What does the collective need to know January 3rd to 9th? So I think this week with the energy of the new moon, some of us are having a new energy that gives us a new insight, and to kind of know that we actually have what we need in order to go after what we want. So here we have Two of Acorns, which is Two of Fire, or also known as Two of Wands in the traditional tarot deck. And then we have Four of Feathers, which is Four of Swords. And maybe this week we're also taking a little time out to think about what we want to achieve in the long run in this coming year. For some of us, it is really just taking that little time out to reassess what happened 2021. Is there any areas in our life that we want changes or adjustment? How we want to move forward in 2022? We're taking a little time out to do some processing or thinking, or even just to take a break, to recharge ourselves so that we can continue to move forward to what we want to achieve this coming year. So don't feel like that it's a new year, it's 2022, we have to like go after what we want, we have to start work and all that stuff. No, as I said, the Capricorn energy is being patient, taking the time to really process, to plan, to have a structural plan as to how you want to move forward. It's taking small, tangible steps, moving into what you truly want. For some of us, yes, it is like, I'm ready to go. I know what I want. I have the whole world in my hand. I know that I can achieve whatever I want when I set my mind to it. And this is the week after you have done some thinking, you have recharged. This is where the time you're like, yes, I'm ready. I'm going for it. I know my direction. It is clear. And also, like I mentioned before, the Sun and Venus are going to align together, and we will have a Venus Cassini on this Sunday. So maybe this is the time this week that clarity will come into yourself, and you will know how you want to move forward to do all those changes, adjustments that you need in your life. So the energy of the planet's transit really plays out in the card. And for some of us, we have been in this Venus retrograde in Capricorn for quite some time already. And some of us might really have done some work, really go within, or just to take a step back to reassess all those different relationships we have in our life. What relationships no longer serve our highest good? What do we want to hold on to all the relationship as we move into the new year, 2022? Are there relationships that we have been neglecting that actually, after some thinking, reevaluation, that, hey, I'm the one who's not giving enough. I'm the one who's actually need to communicate and to put more work into it to make it work, to make it better, or vice versa, right? Maybe you're the one who actually needs to communicate to ask the other person to put in more effort. So it depends where you are in your situation. This week, you have done enough thinking, reevaluating, thinking, contemplating, and everything. This is the week where you're just going to strike. For some of us, it is to strike for communication. It is to communicate, to share our thoughts, and to see if there's a not negotiation, but to see if the two of you can work things out. And I'm not saying that it's just romantic, although the card is reflecting a little bit more romantic and loving relationships that I'm sensing right now. But it can also be relationship with your friend, your family, one of your family members, or your boss, your colleague, whoever it is in your life that needs that communication. Maybe, hey, it is time to just speak my mind and to let the other person know how I truly feel, vice versa, so that we can work things out. Are we doing it or not? Or this is the time where I need to just, you know what? I need to cut this relationship off. It's no longer serving me. I need to do what I have to do in order to reach a more harmony state of life for myself, my mental health too, right? So that can play out like that too. And for some of us, it might come in quite suddenly too, because it might be brewing for a certain time already, and this is the week where you're just like going for it. And for some people, like I said, it is to communicate, to get things out of your head and to start over, because you have been in your head the whole time about certain things. And I'm like repeating myself, but this is the week where you really need to communicate, to speak your mind, to just let it out. And if the end result is not what you wanted, at least you feel like you have made peace with it. And it is time to move on, to recover, and to move on to the next stage of life for you. So for some, it is to communicate, to be back together, or to amend a relationship, to work things out, or to move that relationship to the next step. For some people, it is to communicate and to part ways. So it can be one or the other extreme. So if you're in this situation, I am sending you love. I hope that we can all just be mindful and kind with our words. So let's see if we can get any more additional message from the Oracle. Any additional message, advice, guidance for the collective in the week, January. Whoa. Oh wow. Okay, very clear and self-explanatory. We have emotions are running high, yet it is. Your commitment is being tested. Time to breathe out. So for some people, emotions are running high because you're making decision to communicate, right? One way or another, either to mend things or to part ways. So it can be quite an emotional week for some people. And for some people on the receiving end, your commitment is being tested. So maybe you didn't even know what was happening. And then suddenly the other person just like come out and communicate with you. But no matter which side you're on, take time to breathe out, to really be gentle with your words and to communicate. So it is definitely resonating in the energy. Let's see. Fast. We got chatty cards today. Serendipity. I love this card. I'm gonna get the message from the other two decks out as well, and then we'll talk about it together. Okay, here we go. First card out, we have Serendipity. So card 18, Serendipity. 18 breaks down to 9, which is the end, reaching the end of a cycle. So just like what I said here in the tarot reading, for some people, it is this week is the week where you have done your work and thinking, contemplating. This is the week where you reach the end of a cycle, whether it is battling within your mind and it is time to let some things go, or to communicate, to get something out in the air. And no matter what direction it reaches, I think at least you will get the closure you need or the peace you want within your heart to help you to navigate the next step of life. So I'll read the message from the guidebook as well. So card 18, Serendipity. By the way, it is like my favorite word. I even have a tattoo. Anyway, Serendipity. Opportunity aligned with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. You have stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dream resonates in exquisite harmony. Now is the time of luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will have a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected. A smile, for Spirit loves you so very much. Oh, I really love this message. I think this resonates to the Jupiter and Pisces energy. And for us, I know that, some of us is going through in a rougher way, a tougher way. But for some of us, it is when you, this is where you start to see through some things in life, For some people, it is to communicate, to start a relationship, or to move that relationship to the next level, or to mend something, to mend a relationship. So this is a very beautiful energy. And also, Jupiter and Pisces, it is go after what you want, right? It is the time to chase after your dreams. So beautiful, beautiful messages. And then from the Spirit Animal deck, we got card number 4, the Badger Spirit. Be fearless and bold. Yes. Some of us are definitely being bold and fearless this week to communicate what we want with the other person, either to mend or to part ways. So definitely resonating the energy. So I'll read the oracle message from this deck as well. And number 4 is about having the solid foundation, or building the foundation for what you want in life. So again, it is to take that steps, taking that new moon in Capricorn energy, to start taking the small, big or small, but taking the tangible steps to what you want to create for yourself. Moving into 2022. So here we go. Number 4, Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. Badger Spirit, rejoice at your persistence and commitment to what is true for you. Whatever you seek, your faith in your partnership with Spirit is paying off, and the result will soon coalesce into form in your world. The gift of Badger Spirit is the surety that taking a risk now and being courageous, fearless, and bold will yield wondrous results. This is a time to harness your will and apply it constantly to the pursuit of your dreams. Again, Jupiter and Pisces energy. Know that no matter the temporary outer condition, you will manifest your desire in divine timing and in the form that Spirit deems best for you. Badger Spirit says that you have what it takes to get what you want. So assert yourself, be fearless and bold. Shine your light as your purpose call you into the world. New relationships are also being given a green light now. Don't be afraid to make the first move. Badger Spirit loves your brave and mighty heart. So this energy definitely played out and resonating with both the Jupiter and Pisces energy and also the new moon. Go after your dreams. Do what set your soul on fire. What are you waiting for, right? And from Work with Your Light deck, we have the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open is happening for you, not to you. Oh my God, I love all this oracle message. They all are talking about the same thing. But also what I just got is, yes, be fearless, be bold, make the first move. Everything is happening for us, not to us. But at the same time, whatever you're doing, also know that sometimes things happen in divine timeline, in divine timing, not the timeline that we have in our ego mind. So some of us might be like, why? When is this going to happen? Why is it taking so long? So this is just a side message that I just got as well that I want to share with you all. But don't think that nothing is happening, because sometimes thing doesn't happen in the time you want, but doesn't mean that it won't happen. We just have to be patient, embrace that Capricorn spirit, be patient, and know that everything is happening for us. Sometimes might not be exactly when we want it, but it is definitely happening for us in the best possible way for us. So I'll also share with you the oracle message from the guidebook as well for anyone who's interested. So the ever unfolding rose crack open is happening for you, not to you. The challenge of life is to keep your heart open. Oh my God, what did I say? When you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open no matter how much it hurts, to continuously unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you're going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing, to open yourself up to the truth that perhaps as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not too distant future, you might just bless the thing that broke you down and crack you open because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has your cradle in her arms. The sea may not all seem smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day not too far from today, you will look back the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. So like I said, not everything is sunshine and rainbow this week for all of us. And remember, sometimes in order for change to happen, it can be painful in the first time. And sometimes when we don't get what we want in the time we want it, it can feel scary and painful, and we might feel anger. But remember that everything happened for a reason. If things didn't go your way, if what you want didn't happen in the way you wanted, it is to make space for something better to come in. I know it is easier said than done. I've been there, done that. But all I'm saying is trust and keep your heart open. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for listening.